this whole video technology and internet are just so exciting. It's just so much more reference value now.
Oh yes, I don't know any martial artist who takes their martial arts seriously who doesn't have a closet full of videotapes from different styles of martial arts, or maybe lots of teachers and their in their style of martial art. I mean, look at how many video references that you have. I mean, we've got sword and bow and grappling. I mean, somebody can really watch these tapes and learn.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's really what I would love to do at this point. If we could get more good technique, more value out to people. In fact, sometimes I was talking to somebody the other day, and they said, well, what if the people just get your tapes, get your DVDs, and just steal all your stuff and teach it? And I said, I hope they do that. Please, steal our stuff, teach it, because then I know somewhere out there, some student is learning good stuff. Now, whether their teacher uses Stephen Hayes' name and says, well, we got this from there, it doesn't matter. That person out there is teaching good stuff. I'm delighted. If they want to get a license from me, a diploma, great, that would be another step. If they want to become affiliated, where we actually teach them to teach and we give them a teacher's license, great, they can do that. But I am so delighted now, at least we have the opportunity to get some real stuff, some good stuff, some valuable stuff out to people. Use our stuff, learn, grow, enjoy it.
Would it be possible for somebody to study Toshindo through video courses like this, then get certified to teach, and be able to offer authentic diploma to their students?
Well, that is a part of the program that I envision, because they're going to be remote. They're away from the dojo. It's just like me. In the old days, my teacher was, countries away, but I was representing him in my own area, and it's the same. It's the same today. We just have better technology. Now people can get more of the material from the DVDs. First thing would be to get the program, learn how to do the things, enjoy that. Second step would be then to go through the process of getting your own diploma. Send us a video of what you're doing, we can rate it. Next step after that would be to actually come. We have opportunities where people can come in. You could actually learn to be a teacher, so we'll have teacher certifying opportunities. You would get a teacher diploma at that point, go back, and we would then issue the Japanese licenses, Japanese, English, beautiful diplomas. But I'll send them to the schools that are teaching this so they can represent us in their community, just the same way I used to represent my teacher in my community. So the challenge is how to get as much of that information out so people can do as much studying at home, so that when we do get together, it's a more streamlined process. We can just get to them those key things in the technique that as teachers they need to know in order to be very effective in their home. So I'm looking forward to even more and more people being involved with us that way.
So would it be possible for someone to study videos, DVDs that you produce as a introduction, and then actually become a personal student of yours? Is that possible? Are you accepting new students?
Yes, that definitely something I would encourage. You know, I so enjoy it when a person comes to me and asks me to be their personal teacher. So there's plenty of room for that. One of the things I think is so important is by getting these programs first, they can go through it, they can learn a lot of the mechanics. And then if they choose to be my personal student, we're just that much further ahead when we actually get into training. Now, as far as choosing me as a teacher, I would encourage a person to look at other teachers. I can teach what it is that I do. So if a person comes in and they see my school, the way my dojo looks, I can show you how to do that if you want to have something that looks like that. If they look at the people who train with me, the kind of persons who study and gain skill, yeah, I can show you how to do that. But look at everything. I mean, look at my marriage. You know, look at who I'm married to. That's what we do. We can show you how to have that kind of a life. Look at my children. Look at my health. Look at my friends. A teacher is so much more than just somebody who's going to show us how to strangle somebody or how to hit. In this first test that people are going to take for the earth element, what we want to watch for is make sure that they're stable. So knees are slightly flexed, but there's a solid feeling there. There's mobility. Person can move around. We want to watch to make sure they're seeing the big picture with their eyes. They're not staring at a particular thing that they're working with on that. As they're moving, shoulders stay down and the weight is carried on the underside of the arms. And most of these techniques that they're going to be doing here, they move with the whole body. So if they're hitting, it's not stepping and then hitting this way. The whole body is moving as they do that, so that'll be a pretty important quality because we're really setting the stage or setting the tone for the next test a person would take. If they yell, if they can remember, take a breath in and yell, stop it, back off, you know, this kind of a thing as they're taking the test, that's really good. That'll be extra credit that they can do that because that's such an important part of the real self-defense thing. If I can shock the aggressor a little bit, also gives me that charge up, so that's going to be very important. And then on some of these grappling, grabbing type of a thing, we want to watch and make sure that the person isn't tightening up from the core out into the limbs and just struggling this way. If they can do this enough times to where the limbs are moving in a natural, not a stiff, tightened up kind of a thing, that's what we're going to be looking for successfully passing this first test. So our purpose here is just to very quickly review what it is that is going to be on the test, because people have they've got the Mountains of Strength DVDs, hours of the actual training, what it looks like in the fight. Very brief, here's what it is, here's what's on the test. So let's begin with the salute. We're here, feet are together, you're going down about a 45-degree angle, back up from there, hands at the sides, down, and back up. If you can go down, and then just this way. We're not hunching the neck, you're not looking at the floor, it's down this way, back up there. So that would be our salute. We'll want to do that to begin with. Then we're ready to begin training there. We'll want to start with these different postures so that people are aware of their internal discomfort in front of a possible aggressor. Natural. You see that people can stand naturally as they're talking, hands coming up here this way. They may be palm up, they could be palm down, depends on what that individual's comfortable with. There may be a little wider position with the feet in there so that people are understanding this. And they're not by accident fidgeting, so this is an important part of it. Hands come up here this way, feet could be a little wider at this point. Elbows down, fingers up. If the elbows go out, it looks odd or maybe aggressive, so that they're able to do this in that kind of range and then drop them back into this ready to fight. They could have their hand up here or down here where they can hit. So we'll want to see that people can tell the difference. You know, she's in natural, just being a little aware. And it's just no big deal here too, where I'm warding them off or warning, hey, let's just, you go your way, I go mine, we both settle this, to absolute ready to fight from there. Here's the first thing on the test. The first problem would be somebody facing here and they're coming around with a hook punch, they're gonna grab hair, maybe they're gonna try to wrestle, maybe it's some kind of a hit this way. Could even be a blade or a club coming around. So as this comes around, that's gonna be our first problem we're gonna deal with. That comes around here, stop it. I'm gonna hit him here, knee, ram him back, shove him back away from me. That's our first basic response. So shadow box that. We'll want to see people do this on the test. First, discern. What's the problem? This guy's talking now. I know it's risky. My hands are coming up here to this position. If he backs off and he's just talking, yeah, my hands can come down here. He moves back in. So discern. I want to see what he's doing. All of a sudden that thing comes in. Bring my hands up. Two, I'm going to defend by hitting that arm. Okay, I'm going to now knock him back here. I'm like, yell, stop it, as I hit that.
Stop it. Stop it.
Stop it, yeah. That way I know I'm breathing. I'm not holding my breath. Stop it. Pull a knee up once, twice if you need to, delivering that fight to him, then hit across and get back out of there where now we're back to discern, which is step 5, but it's also step 1 of whatever he might do. If he's down, I may get out of there. If he's coming back at me, I need to shield somebody else. I may do that. I may need to get back engaged with him. So here we are, step 1. See what's going on, discern. Stop it!
Stop it!
Stop it!
Stop it!
Stop it!
Stop it!
This is an advanced version. We're here. I might come in with my right this way. I might come in with the left. It could be a cross or it could be a lead. You're going to shield there, whichever one it is. Hitting, moving back with that. And it's good as we're taking the test. If I'm the training partner, I want to get used to my body moving the way a body really would. So if I'm here, hey, stop it here, this way. Yeah, because later on, that's going to be important that my body knows how to adapt with that. Here's the advanced one. I'm coming around here, I'm moving around this way. You know, fire and attack in with something like that from there, or maybe coming low. So from here, as you're moving around and something fires in from there, hey, stop it, stop it, stop it. I'm getting back here. So my discern, step 1 is going to be, what is he throwing at me from there? Whatever that is, yeah, I'm going to defend against it. I want to disrupt his action. It's probably not out of the fight yet. I'm going to use my knees to drive him back. Use my hand to drive him back there, deliver that, and then I'm back here into discern again. So that's what we'd like to see. White belt, I can stand here, do this technique. Stop it, stop it, stop it. With a training partner, also hitting targets. Maybe we'll call them to the yellow belt where we're moving around. Yellow and black, maybe they're coming in with these various levels. That'll be our first technique. Want everybody to test it out with some kind of padding if possible. If I'm coming around here swinging.
Stop it!
That's good, yeah.
Stop it!
Yeah, you can see she's
Stop it.
hitting as she goes in there. I'm going to feed this in after you stop it. Go ahead and put this in as your follow-up.
Stop it! Stop it!
Yeah, that's good.
Stop it! Stop it!
Good. Now I could do this. I could feed this in. You're going to stop that one. You're going to hit this one, and then just so you can practice, I'm going to put them both there.
Stop it!
Let you use that knee in there. So that way students can demonstrate their power and stability on that.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Good, good. And then you're back out there in that discern position. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
The person could be hit with hook grabs, smacks. The other possibility that we'll want to see people test themselves against is this straight shot. Comes straight in here, straight down the pipe that way. If somebody's hitting in there, we can't get inside. I'm here. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! So from this, as this comes in, I'm perceiving this, so I've discerned that straight. It's coming in. I saw his shoulder move that way. I'm going to defend and then disrupt him here, start delivering, pounding into the nerve-rich areas of the hip, throw him back out of the way, and get to safety. Let's do it shadow boxing here. So we're here, we're in whatever state. They could just hit us unsuspecting, or we could be suspecting, so we'll practice it from all of those there. Shifting out, bumping over, stop it, hitting once or twice, stop it, grabbing, bringing the knee up and in, throwing them out of there, covering up, getting ready for what's next. So the first step will be for the student to show us that they understand the basic mechanic. I'm here, I go to throw that in, yeah, he's over, coming back in with that. Next step up, maybe I'm throwing a possible left in there and he's going to respond with that. Throwing a possible right in there. Next step, maybe I'm circling around from there based on what I'm doing here. Yeah, I'm going to throw that in. So we're moving and deciding. Here's the advanced, I'm moving around. I could shoot one in high this way. He's hitting, I could shoot one in low. He's moving that over low this way. He's moving it in here high that way. So it could be any of those four, right, left, high, low. That would be an advanced. We're moving around with that. That'd be kind of the end of the test. Here's another problem we'll want them to demonstrate they can solve. This would be a strike that comes super low line. Person coming in here just going to kick us in the shin this way. Okay? And it's mainly this kind of low soccer ball kick. Maybe somebody's kicking high enough to hit to the knee. We're not defending against some kind of a kickboxer or whatever on this here. That kick comes in to hit me here. Stop it! Hitting from there, sending my kick on in from that. So if we shadow box it, we're perceiving what's going on. As that happens, I'm shifting over here to defend. I'm just moving with it. Okay? Because I may miss. It kicks me in here. Whoa! I've at least defended. Then I'm going to disrupt him. Then I'm going to start to deliver and come back from that. So we're here, perceiving it, defend, and then give them that distracting, disrupting hit in there. And we could hit, we could slam punch, we could start kicking them back, and then get into our discerned position. The next challenge on the test would be somebody grabbing us here and just choking into the windpipe. So we have several different things we'd like to see people demonstrate, depending on where the attacker's arms are. If I'm getting choked here, stop it! I'm going to pull those straight down. So if you do that with me shadow boxing, hands come up as you back away, pull them down, stop it, and hands come up here for a finger jab or whatever with that. It's very important as people do that they don't pull down and then step back. It won't work against a strong person. I step back as I pull down, stop it. So if I'm being strangled here, stop it, I'm back here. If the hands are more outstretched, I'm going to knock them away here and come up the center. So in that particular case, my hands come up, but the arms are here. I'm inside. Give it that little blast and poke to the eyes and get out of there with that one. Again, if I'm caught here, stop hitting this way here with that action. So we'll want to see people do those as the basics. Here's an advanced version. I'm being strangled here. I can reach over and start hammering back this way with that. So when I'm strangled, just coming over, catching it, hammering back. So this is just a review. This is what we want to see on the test. For this, start with the hands up and just see if you can get that eye jab in there, just working that eye jab. We've gotten our hands off on this choke and just give it the eye jab right into the, yeah, good, yeah, using that full reach, back off, very good. To fully fit our model, the 5D model, and this is going to be important that people get that in their bones, the idea of seeing what the problem is, protecting themselves from it, disrupting that problem, delivering back against it, and seeing to make sure that they're going to be in a safe position. I might be choked here. From there, okay, there's my defense. This just may be what disrupts his action. And as he starts to do something else, I might come in with these as my deliver, and now I'm back into discern. So we we do have that capability of making it meet the 5-step model, those 5 Ds. At the end of that choke escape, we could follow up with something, and I'd like to see people demonstrate that on the test. If I'm being choked here, here I'm discerning, I'm dying. I defend from there, I disrupt his action, and from here I'm going to deliver some kind of a thing, and then I'm back here where I'm discerning to see. Does he have friends? Do I need to get out of there? So that a person gets used to seeing that 5D is really important.